Welcome, all my friends. It is time for another episode of Wine, Cheese, and Comics Please. A sophisticated look at the state of comics and all things pop culture. I'm your host, Sans the Cookie Man, as you all know. And nights like this, we like to get nice and warm with something to sip on. And we have a lot to talk about because this is season three, episode one, a beginning of a new season, ladies and gents. And we have a brand new channel member. Y'all saw him a couple times. So last season, we said, let's make this official. Let me welcome to the stage, ladies and gents, the one, the only, the legendary Nola Comics. What's up, Nola?
This is, to my knowledge, purely a show by show thing. So, I don't know what you're trying
Contract
to. Contract
said you're slated for 7 episodes.
I don't know what you're trying to rope me into here, Sans. It's bad enough. You already scared Kyle off.
Listen,
what's up, Remy?
Kyle wasn't built for this. We had to replace him with you. Okay.
Yeah, fair.
You got it. You got a job to do now. So hold it down for Kyle. We'll put up a little. We miss you. A little. We'll always love you, Big Papa Kyle. But what's a show without the Grinch, the Green One, the Mean Machine? Y'all know him, Fat Thor, aka the Incredible Hulk, the Incredible Bulk, one and only my man, Last Level Comics. What's up, Matt?
All I gotta say is, I took a month and a half off. To plan a season 1 opener. There was a wheel of bets of would Sans show up on time? Everyone said no. There was a wheel of bets of will we even have a show to put together? Of course we did. We pulled it through. But what don't we have? We don't have a time traveler who showed up for a season 1 or season 3 episode 1 show after all the work we've done over the last 2 weeks. I can't.
Listen.
It's not too late. He could still be here on time.
Get the hell out of here, Matt. I told you I was going to be on time because to be on time, to be early is to be on time. To be on time is to be late, and to be late is unheard of.
Folks, we had to make up a saying, Sans Standard Time, to get this man to actually show up on time. Let's call it what it is. Noah already contributed to the show by the number 1 slag tag name, Sans Standard Time. We'll be a part of every
some
show.
Respect on my name.
Look, like I said, we can do this all night because Kyle's not here to tell me to stop. So
listen, you can't stop a man from dreaming. I do my best dreaming in my nap time. All right, this is what I'm about. Right? Tell him, Nola. A man.
Technically, you can stop a man from dreaming, Matt. You just have to click the little button.
What are you drinking tonight, gents? What are you drinking as we welcome in season 3? Shout out to everybody out there who came through. We got 11 people in the chat already. What is going on? Nola sent me, paying off dividends already. Thank you, old gray bearded one, Nola.
Now if Nola can only send Kyle to be a part of the panel, that would be great.
Not just anyone. I'm bringing in the big timers. Look at me.
That's huge.
This goddamn picture of Colossus Nola is spot on.
That's a whatnot finest right there.
Right?
Look at this beard right here, man. This is crazy.
They even got the gray. I like it.
Oh my God. All right, gents. Well, welcome back, man. We are here. It has been 2 amazing seasons, ready to start season 3, man. And as you know, for the last 2.5 weeks, everything has been going bonkers between you got Echo, you got all kinds of What If, you got Ultimate Spider-Man, you got CGC 9.9 pre-screen. What in the hell is going on in our world right now, ladies and gents? I do not know. But we're going to talk about some of this stuff over the next couple of minutes, y'all. So where should we begin, gents? Since our boy PTT isn't here, we'll save his recap
Yeah, we're supposed to start off with 2023 year in review.
Well,
Hey Kyle, I see your picture down there. You want to lead us in that segment? Oh wait, you're not here. Thanks.
I think all shows have to start out bashing CGC, right? Isn't that the rule now?
All right.
I think that's the rule.
Let's-
That
I mean,
would have to be the rule.
that's what every YouTube channel does. It's like how you get like views, right?
Whoa, hold on. All right,
Well, we're not every YouTube channel, but
Let's
we
do
did
it.
miss that. We did miss that segment.
Besides, it's more fun. I was going to say it's more fun to bash CGC when Matt's here. So
Hold on, let me put my bib on.
Oh
Hold on.
my god!
God. Try to hang that
Breathe,
somewhere back.
breathe. There's so much going on with CGC. Do we get started with the scandal that has been over broadcast? By now, you have seen it, Nola, Matt. The scandal is people for years have been opening up their CGC cases, sending them back in while swapping out the book for a reholder, and you're getting a brand new CGC 9.8 or whatever higher grade because you were able to open their case, switch the book, and all they did was reholder for you, not bother to regrade. I thought they were supposed to regrade anytime they got a book back. I thought if you sent it in for a signature, a reholder, any type of change to a case, anything, they had to regrade it. That's why so many people were scared to, I'm not going to send this book back in.
Yep.
I somehow got a 9.8. I'm going to get a 9.4 if I send this back in.
I have had it happen.
So so how did we get here? I know you had that happen 2 or 3 years ago when right before COVID or COVID hit. Are we saying that their standards have dropped so far now to where they don't even check a reholder?
I don't know. I mean, I've read the press releases. I've read all the comments. I've seen all the nonsense and all the shows. Everyone talking about it. You know, it's the fact that they had so much being sent in, and they were trying to send it back out as fast as they possibly could. They just were stupid and cut corners. They couldn't keep up with it. They couldn't police their own staff. There was no accountability checks. And they just let their members run wild. I mean, we've seen it before. I mean, CGC, it's just when you're dealing with thousands upon thousands of books in a given day, let alone a week, and then having turnaround times be as slow as they are, and then being trashed when your turnaround times are 6 months, 7 months, a year.
But I would rather that. I would rather them for consistency, for accountability, for integrity. I would rather the 6-month wait. Hell, I had to wait for my Rosario Dawson signed book. I waited a year and 3 months.
yeah, but they lost that shit.
But this was the turnaround time for the business. And now people are getting their stuff back in 3-4 weeks. But is it cutting corners, right? We always talk about the integrity of the business, right? They want to turn this stuff around quickly because they have so much inventory. They want to keep up with competition. They want to be number one. But is it at the detriment of their own business? Has CGC lost your trust? First of all, I put a question out to the chat. Has CGC lost? Will you trust CGC again? But does it matter because they're still the number one in the industry? Does it matter?
No. Right, I want to tackle this first. No, it doesn't matter.
No.
And two, what CGC came out for, I guarantee you it's happening at CBCS. I guarantee it's happening at PGX. I guarantee it's happening at everyone else. They just haven't got caught yet. And what's bigger than I think switching books out, I can't wait for the day that CBCS comes out the fact that they've been authenticating signatures that have been forged. That will be the biggest scandal that ever hit comic books, and CBCS would at that point we'd be dead in the water.
They won't be able to survive if that comes to light. If CBCS shows that their authentication process has been flawed all this time, it's a done deal.
Yeah. So I mean, it's still too big. You can't keep up with it. If you look since the scandal to now at eBay prices, nothing has changed.
Rock, I don't think I've ever owned the crossover #1 Tron variant.
Allow me to refresh your memory. That was the fucking metaphorical.
Yeah,
that was the meta book.
That's a J1. That's a J1 comic. I don't think I own that one, Rock. But if I owe you something, hit me up, bro. I have a ton of giveaways.
No, I think he's saying from CGC. I think he's talking about from CGC.
Oh, I thought he was talking about. I thought he said Sands. I'm waiting for.
Coming to collect on this show, man.
Like Sands, I'm waiting for my book, Sands. I'm like, I don't think I ever owned that one.
That's what I'm saying. That's how old that book is. That's from metaphorical days. And I think he's talking about CGC, Rock. That's, well, bro, we're still waiting.
If it's been 2 years, then they lost your book at this point. That's crazy. But going back to the point of where we are with these grading companies and how we look at them going forward, CGC still has the market share, still demands the most prices. Is this about the collector or is this about the investor and the money? Because the collector is not going to put up with the BS. We've had guys on our show who got a 9.8 from another seller and said, this isn't a 9.8. This is a 9.4 and a 9.8 case. I want my money back. That's a true collector, right? But you have an investor who says, as long as it has the 9.8 grade and I can put it out there and somebody's going to buy it at that 9.8 value, I don't care. That's what drives the market. So where are we? Are we at a crossroads? Does this make a dent? Or is it just another blip because people are waiting for people can't trust PGX. People can't trust anything else.
Not that they don't trust CBCS. It's the value. People, CBCS is 100% reliable. I don't want to knock them at all. But they just don't pull the premium value that CGC does. And CGC saw no dip in value on eBay. Nothing.
Nothing.
I
will say this scandal, we've heard from so many YouTubers, people on IG and other social media. Yet CGC came out, made statements, and there's been no dip in the value. So honestly, people are protecting their market share with the books because they made CGC the giant that it is, and they do not want to see this thing come crumbling down. But I don't know that they can withstand not only this, but what do you think of the 9.9 pre-screen?
Look,
it's utter bullshit. It's a money grab.
Yeah, it's utter bull. It's a smoke and mirrors tactic. Like, look, they're not hurting in sales, they're not hurting in submissions, but they just want to get out of the news. They want to get out of the media. And look, the modern craze, you get your moderns, you buy 25 of them, you send them in for the 9.8 pre-screen so you can flip a $4 book for $50. You're still making money. To say, oh, it's a 9.9 is an absolute joke. And again, that'll hurt the market more than anything, I think.
I was going to say, they can't do anything with the 9.9 because that will crash the market.
Yeah, see,
if 9.9 start flooding the market, every 9.8 immediately becomes valueless.
Oh, but but we've seen more 9.9s in the past 6 months than we've seen in. I mean, obviously, with the proliferation of foil covers and the harder card stock, you're gonna get a chance to get more 9.9s. But we've seen significantly more people getting 9.9s out of their 25 submissions, so much so that they now have the 9.9 pre-screen because people are willing to say, oh, goddamn, that book is a 9.9. Why isn't it a 10? Why don't we have notes that tell us why this is not a 9.9 now? Right?
So now you're entering into my world, because this has always been my biggest argument with CGC. You set yourself up when you started doing this as 9.8s are your top grade. 9.9s and 10s are some sort of mythical creature that only slipping $200 in a staple will get you, or something like that. So to now make that an accessible feature goes against everything. It is utter bullshit. And if you don't, I don't care about grader notes on an 8.0. I don't care about grader notes on a 7.5. I don't care about grader notes on a 3.5. I care what takes my book from a 10 to a 9.9 to a 9.8 to a 9.6. If you can't completely show me and tell me why those books are receiving those grades, that's the only thing that matters. I don't care about any of those other books. I don't. The only grader notes that matter are what separates the top 3 or 4 grades.
I don't see any notes for 9.6, and 9.6s look like 9.8s all day. 9.4s look like 9.8s all day. Where is the consistency? Where's the accountability? And let me ask this. We talk about this, but what can people do? A lot of people say, oh, just go to CBCS. That's not going to work. Nobody wants to stop the value of, nobody wants to take the value out of their comics. How do you hold CGC accountable and say, give us greater notes for this, give us better grading on these things? How do we do that without pulling it all to go to another? Because we're all, at this point, we're all talk without any action. And this is the great debate. Matt, I call on you, Pikachu.
Take the person out of the grading. Technology has come so far. Take the opinionated person out of the picture. Because what I may see as a 9.8, you may see as a 9.6, and Nola may see it as a 10. No one can tell us the difference because we all have an opinion in the matter. AI technology, you take that book, you put it on a screen, put it on a belt with a camera and it reads over top of it. It scans the book, gives you a grade for the cover. You look at the inside, it scans the pages, it gives you a grade for the pages. It's computerized based off an algorithmic formula. There is no way to say that it was opinionated or not. This is the scale. This is what it was graded on. The end.
So I see them doing that for cards now, for your trading cards. And, that's taking the human, subjectivity out of it. Right now, if you get a bad grade, it's human nature, right? You get teachers in school that said, I never give a F and A, right? Why not? Just because I don't think anybody ever deserved it. What in the F does that mean, right? Because if that's your grade, meanwhile, this teacher over here always gives A's, how do we get to that lady or that guy and not get to you? And that's where we have with the human beings doing the grading. So
how many times have we said when we do, box openings, mail call Mondays, whatever you want to call it, and you pull out that book and you're like, you sit there right before you open, you're like, God, I hope my grader got laid the night before. God, I hope my grader got laid the night before. You open it up, 9.6. He didn't get no action the night before, because if he did, he would have been kind and gave you the 9.8 that you deserved. But there's no notes. There's no justification. The reason for it is because they have no reason. They just try to fluctuate the market. They don't want to give X number of 9.8s versus X number of 9.6s because then it depreciates the value of the book.
And plus, if you got a million, if you got this Ultimate Fallout 4, we had 10,000 copies come through. I can't give them all 9.8s just because, right? You got to give out some 9.6s and 9.4s. That's going to, you don't want to oversaturate the market, but that's what you get when you put everybody, when everybody wants to grade all of their books. My thing is, at this point in time, we're all talk. Can we start a grassroots movement? No. What does that look like? Do we get signatures?
It'll never happen. The same way people don't revolt against the government or everyone stop buying gas on one day. It'll never happen. You want to know why?
But sometimes the consumer matters.
So this is not a big enough spark to change the consumer. There was nothing in the eBay and the sales market. There wasn't even a slight 2% downshift because of this. You know what happened? A bunch of YouTubers hopped on their channel, scrolled through a list, and were like, oh, ASM 300, ASM 300, ASM 300, ASM 300. Oh, the list keeps going, guys. I can't believe it. Hold on. ASM 300.
Honestly,
like 80 of them.
Honestly, the negative news was good news for CGC.
Thank you.
The negative news was good news because it told people, hey, they're actually grading much faster. Whether or not they're paying attention, that's what's in question. But I can get my books back in 3 to 4 weeks now. And now that this has been caught, it's only impacted a handful of books. What, 297 books we said? So now that you know, there's only a handful of books, we have this under wraps. Meanwhile, we know that was one person. There was probably dozens of people doing that same scam. So chances are, if you have a significant CGC collection, some of your books are tainted. You've looked at a book and said, this isn't a 9.8, but I'll take it. You know why? Because it got the 9.8 grade on it. And that's where we're stuck with it.
Hey Nola, I want to hear your opinion, but can I touch on this real quick before we jump to you?
Yeah.
So I agree 1,000%. The census is a scam. The numbers of 9.8s versus 9.9s versus 9.6 are impossible to maintain. Why? Because if you got a 9.6 and you cracked it and resubmitted it and didn't send back your blue label or green label, whatever it was, in a 9.6, and you just got another grade, they never took that 9.6 off the market. This has been going on for years, especially in the golden age, silver age. I don't believe the census numbers on any of them because there's no way to track it. There's no follow-up on the numbers. There's nothing. It doesn't exist. So, Nola, what's your thoughts on all this?
Well, first of all, on the census, who cares? What does the census matter for anything other than a 9.8? And the census for a 9.8 should be fairly accurate because who the hell's cracking 9.8s?
Well, if there's a 9.9 pre-screen, I might as well
That
crack
was a
that
9.9
send it in. I mean,
Fair enough. But up to this point, 9.8s are the. I mean, why do you care how many 9.4s there are in the fucking universe? Who cares? It doesn't matter.
All right, so hear me out. So there are some books that are the super rarity. Super rarity. I'm talking like 1 of 50s, 1 of 25s. And if there's a 1 in 25, 1 in 50 book, again, super low print, usually they're variants. Fuck variant horrors. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it. But when you got 3 that are in a 9.8 and 2 and 17 that are a 9.4, that 9.8 has a little bit more value. Now, granted, you're probably gonna say it already has value because it's a 9.8, the other one's a 9.4.
It's a 9.8 already, yeah.
But still, I have 2 of 2 9.8s that are globally tracked out of 50 books in a rare book. That's a pretty hefty feat to say. Now, again, rarity books are to each their own. I mean, I got a super rare Hellboy book that in a 9.8, there's only 7 of them on the census. No one gives a shit. I'm just going to be honest with you. No one cares because it's Hellboy, and no one really cares about Hellboys unless Hellboy is a niche. But it is one of those grail, hard to find, you won't find it anywhere books.
So Canadian says buy raw. A lot of people do. I sell a lot of raws. The problem is you get top dollar if you send in and shoot for your 9.8s, right? It's like James Bullock said in the chat, the 9.8 game has changed consumer, right? Because you have a mentality now that near mint raw is not the same as near mint 9.8. I could have the cleanest looking raw book, but I can't tell you it's going to get a 9.8. So I can't charge the same price. Now, granted, some people do, and they say, look, this book is clean as hell, and I'm going to sell it at whatever price I want to. But when it's absolutely graded and you have that 9.8, you can speak to something. But now we have something that's suspicious. Is it really a 9.8? Have I been duped? I got a 9.8 on the grade, I'm just gonna go with it, right? So you gotta it's basically hush money at this point in time. Because if you want to resell your collection, if you speak up now with your 9/8 in your collection, you're the one that's willing to lose the value on your collection.
And I gotta say this: we're in season 3, episode 1, and I hate agreeing with Sans. I already hate it right now, but again, I cannot buy a raw book off eBay. I don't care if the seller has HD 4K scans of that book. It'll come to me crippled in a floppy mailer with, someone that's slobbered on the label just to get it in the bag. I can't do it. I won't ever buy a raw book from someone other than like a seller that I trust, someone I personally know. I just can't get behind it.
There you go. All right, we're not going to beat the dead horse. We know what this is. My thing is, let's not talk about it. Let's be about it. Let's find a way to take, some action. I don't care if it's grassroots and we sign a petition. Just let 10,000 people be on it.
Hold on. Because let's be clear about why CGC does this. CGC does not do this because they are comic book collectors. CGC does not do this because they care about comic books, cards, or any of the other shit that they grade. They do this to make money. Why do they make money? Because when everyone complained about their books taking 7 months to a year to whatever, they hired a bunch of people off the fucking street that don't know what they're doing, and now they're churning through books and making more and more money. That's all they care about. That's it. CGC does not care about the integrity of it. CG does not care about the process. They're too big. The only thing that they're interested in is how many books they can get people to send them 35 to however much money to get it encased in a box of plastic.
On top of that, if you send them a book that you may think is worth $25, but they think it's worth $500, they have the ability to change their grading price based off of their own personal opinions.
Oh, Matt, it's like you're in my head already.
I mean, I knew there was a reason I brought you on. I mean,
right?
It was
listen, you two.
Hold on. I have a
room.
I have a question for you. Look straight in the camera. Take a sip of wine because you're going to need to ask this seriously. It's going to the truth detector. Ready? You got a book, Silver Age book. You think it's going to be a high grade, maybe 8.0 or better. Are you sending it to CGC or are you going somewhere else?
Sending it to CGC.
That's all I needed to know. So no matter what you say, no matter what contract you say, you're still going to do it. Why?
But that's
because
why we have to hold them accountable.
Book,
look,
CGC
all right.
is going to be
I'm going to open petition. I'm going to start a petition.
They don't care.
I don't care.
Shit.
I don't care that they don't care. Our voices just need to be heard, right?
What do you mean? Our voices are heard all the time. The problem is we overthink how many people hear our voices.
But what you have is a select group of YouTubers and maybe IGers posting, but we're not necessarily coming together to all say, let's make something happen about this. Let's do something about this.
What are we gonna do? Line up outside with pitchforks and torches?
This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna.
I just want graders notes, Nola.
Be like,
can my petition be to get graders notes?
Dude, I'm all for it.
All right.
They're not going to do it.
They're not going to do it.
But give me 10,000 people that say CGC. Give
10,000 is a drop in the pond, my friend. They get 10,000 books in a week.
I will feel we have accomplished something if we got 10,000 signatures that says CGC, give us the graders notes that shows this was whatever. You graded this and why it mattered or why this was reholdered in a 9, whatever. CGC needs to be held accountable.
Look, Remy and Rock are both talking about it. I make money off of them misgrading books.
Oh, we all do.
And I think maybe this will be the dovetail into talking about the comic book market. But the easiest way to make money in this market is to be able to look at an 8.0 CGC slab from somewhere and realize, crap, that's way undergraded. Sans is a good Pollyanna.
I am. But listen. CBCS. Do we think they're better graders Do we
No.
think they're the stronger? Everyone for years have said that they grade much harder. If you crack a 9.6 or 9.4 CBCS, it's a CGC 9.8. Is that true? Is there truth to that?
I will say I have sent more than one book that was graded from CGC over to CBCS for various reasons, and every time they've come back lower.
Lower. See, I've had the opposite, but it's only been on 2 books. So like,
So
it's not
like if
large enough.
for example, I had a First John Constantine that I had hanging on the wall that was a 9.4 from CGC. Yeah, and then it fell off the wall. It cracked the case. So I sent it to CBCS because this is one of the periods when I was pissed off at CGC. Came back at 9.0, and that's just one book.
Crazy. And so we have these variances between even Coke and Pepsi, right? That's what we're looking at. We're looking at Coke and Pepsi of the grading world, and yet the people have no voice in this. It's just pay your money up or shut up and deal with it. Is there a way to? I will leave it alone if people are saying, look, there's nothing you can do about this. But at the end of the day, do we want A, to see greater notes, and B, to hold CGC accountable? That's all I'm asking.
Look, we would all like to find a way to make them more accountable. It's just, it's not going to work. Not until there's a way to turn this conversation into a conversation that actually affects the comic book world, and this doesn't.
And look, I know we're going to get to market analysis, but let me tell you something. This just ended on 1/11, so a little over 13 days ago. Amazing Spider-Man, first appearance of Punisher, in a 9.8. Prior to the scandal, was selling at $20,475. This was back in December. In the midst of the scandal, $22,350. They went up in value in a 9.8. A 9.6 prior to the scandal, 4,789. Closed out on 1/11, 5,369. It ain't gonna matter. That's just one book. I can keep going. Tales of Suspense, first Iron Man, in a 7.5, $27,750. Now, again, you could say, "Oh, well, it's a golden age book, that's a silver age book. They didn't have as much back then. You could rely on them more." So, what are you saying? You can rely on silver and gold. You can't rely on copper and bronze. Modern? Does it matter?
You can tell that this has had zero effect on CGC merely by their response. They've done 2 things now up to this point. They've done this 9.9 pre-screen, which is BS any way you look at it.
Oh, great.
And then today they announced that they are going to allow non-members to submit books and drop prices. That's it. That's all they've done. They don't care. They're like, okay, we're gonna placate you people for a little while, and then you're gonna forget, and we're back on it. Done.
I agree. Negative media is still media, man.
Yep.
So CGC, I don't want to give them any more time. So we got to talk about what's his new Venom book. Sans.
Don't you have a bib of CGC?
Well, I don't know what I'm talking about. And then you're not here.
His bib, threw it up against the floor.
I literally been calling CBCS like, yo, can you send me that merch, please? I mean, there's a lot of CGC around me. I need something. They're like, sorry, we don't have any. I'm like, okay.
Hey, listen. On a lighter note, man, we have entered into manga. Manga has a hold on on the comic book market. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, it's not made a significant impact. It has, and you can see it in Kid Venom, right? We got this new character. The style of,
is he like Spider-Boy?
He is like Spider-Boy. He's the opposite of Spider-Boy.
So they had success with Spider-Boy, so now they made a Kid Venom book.
Yes. And
you wonder why I don't read Marvel?
But I will give Kid Venom some credit, man. His His book actually looks stylistically very manga like. It is drawn to bring in a new crowd, and it looks like it has some staying power too. All last year, what did I hear from you? Spider Boy is a flash in the pan. He's still here. He's still
a flash in the pan.
I don't even know if he made it to the pan yet.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. I can't get behind Spider Boy. I know you influencers out there want to push your what's your new book you're pushing right now? The Ultimate Spider-Man #1. Oh, let's go get them, folks. Yeah. Oh, that book right there is worth about $4. Why? Nope. Some idiot's gonna go pay $80 on eBay for it.
Now, when we talk about Ultimate Spider-Man, what has happened is the regular.
It doesn't matter what has happened. It's a piece of shit.
We now have the Nola.
Hi, everybody. Yeah. So I'm with Remy. Let's have some baby Punisher. Let's see what that dude's packing down there.
Thank you.
Listen. Ultimate Spider-Man. I'm going to tell you why this book is hot. It's hot because regular Spider-Man is terrible. So many people hate regular Spider-Man in the 616 right now that when the Ultimate Spider-Man written by Hickman and Spider-Man wasn't even bit by the radioactive spider until he's an older guy, you get this more mature version of Spider-Man. You got a Hickman story, and people are reading. People are reading books. People are reading the book. This book went from a $7 book to $20 on the fee base. You got to cover A's, B's, and C's going for like $40 or $50.
Whatever one that's got the ultimate Spider-Man down the side and like the bigger blow up of him, $80, $80.
With the black suit. The black suit Spider-Man is going for $80.
No, this is just the one. It's the cover A.
Oh, cover A is going up then.
$74.99. Sold to yesterday, $79.99.
And I'm with Remy and Dan P. No one who is reading this book is wanting to pay $80 for it. That's bullshit. Yeah. This is only people who are speculating on that.
But here's the thing: the book is not under order. It's not like it's rare. It's not like it's anything special. That's telling you something different. Why is the book selling for $40, $80?
Because Key Collector said do it.
No. It was before Key Collector. It was before. It was when you went to the comic book store before Key Collector or anybody else. This book was sold out on day one, off of the hype of Hickman.
No.
Yes. Key Collector didn't have anything to do with this one, my friend. It wasn't Comic Tom. It wasn't your top 10 list. This one right here had all kinds of buzz on its own.
I'm gonna leave that right there for you.
I was gonna say Remy beat me to it.
I'm gonna leave that right there. Thank you, Remy. I'm gonna enjoy my drink. Wait, keep going, Sans. I'm ready. Go ahead.
Well, listen.
Where's my popcorn at? Anyone got some popcorn?
Listen, Tosin, we haven't gotten more from Tosin. That's the problem. But he's still a character that exists, man. Wait till he comes back. We haven't gotten more from Tosin. But Tosin was a great character, man.
So let's transition two things. So we got the Ultimate Spider-Man #1, and then we got the comic market. Right now, do you think if you had $80 in your pocket, with how the market is right now, you'd be spending it on Ultimate Spider-Man 1, or would you be going out and getting some of those Silver Age X-Men's that are literally the lowest prices Nolan and I have seen in history and be picking them up right now?
So, me personally, what I will say is I'm ahead of the curve, ladies and gents. As you know, the Cookie Man is never behind the curve.
Hold on. Time out. Thank you, because this was about to become a fucking sales pitch.
I can't,
This will
folks.
be on the next auction.
If anyone fucking tells me that this bitch is not an influencer,
The Cookie
I'm gonna lose my
Man
mind.
is ahead of the curve, ladies and gents. There's never a time where you will find me. Look, I didn't buy any cover A's or B's. I missed it. But guess what? The 1 in 10s were $6 on Feebase. Guess what? Guess who bought me a couple of those 1 in 10s? And you can get them for even less if you bought multiple. And they're selling for 20 plus now. So when you talk about would you go out and buy it? If you can get them at a great price, hell yeah, because they're going up in value.
I'll tell you what, Sands, we'll go ahead. I'll make the same bet I made with you over Tosin.
What's the bet?
Give me 6 to 8 months. I'll put a
date. Pick a date.
I'll
and
put an
let's go.
Ultimate Spider-Man up for $1, and I'll bet it sells for under 20.
Pick a date. Let's do it.
Like I
Tosin,
said, give me 6 to 8 months.
it depended on where we didn't have a great crowd that night.
Now it's the crowd's fault.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh,
Pick a date and we will do both books again.
Jesus.
Let's go.
What a
You are so full of shit,
Promiscuous
Sands.
Time Traveler was here. I've won so many bets, but they won't give it to me. Eminem Spider-Man is trending still above board. Matt don't want to give me credit for that. He was like,
Matt,
man,
you
should've
lost
sold
the
that
argument.
differently.
You lost the
You should
argument.
have sold that differently. You had to win, but I'm not going to give it to you because you didn't argue it properly. No, you guys know that book is still holding value. So I'm going to leave it alone. Nola, you pick a date, and 6 months from now, we will do Ultimate Spider-Man #1 and see if it goes over $25.
All right.
Done. Matt, you put that in your goddamn annuals and you cash it in.
Hold on, let me write it down. Where's the
By the way, it
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
matter because even if I put that book up and it sells for $3, you're just gonna go, oh well, that wasn't the right crowd for the book.
No.
Tosin?
No. We need
What's the terms officially? Let me hear it.
All right. So Tosin, we'll put it back up, and we'll put back up Ultimate Spider-Man. Each of them need to sell for over what, $20? You said, Nola?
$20 to $25.
$20 to $25. I will say we need a minimum in the crowd of 30 people. That's all I ask. 30 people in the crowd.
Well, then we're gonna have to find an auction other than yours.
Yeah, pretty much.
Ooh,
We gotta go on like a big boy auction. Mine is not big boy auction. You guys know that. Look.
That is 100%. Look, this guy right down here, best guy on YouTube, deserves everything he gets, and more people should be on his auction. So
Just don't buy Tosin for over $25. You'd be ripped
You
off.
guys know. Watch the minute there's a little bit of buzz, he's gonna go up in value.
It's not, but look, it's
Look, we'll leave it. We'll leave it. We'll leave
you
it.
already, how many? What's your win loss record right now? Is it worth even bringing up?
Who that agrees with me? Look, who that agrees with me? He said, "Hello, guys." My win-loss record is Kyle is not here, so we can't really put that to judgment right now.
Yeah, we
Kyle
have
will
officially made contact. Oh man, there he is.
Oh shit!
Shit, this is what happened. You talk about him. Should we let him on?
Oh my god! Oh,
No, just let him on. No. What are you doing, man? You like what? No.
why you keep kicking him out, man?
My hands are up here.
No, my hands are not there either.
Hi.
Hey, Kyle.
Hold
How's
on.
it going?
What
Kyle,
time is it, man?
we're gonna give you a minute to yourself right here, Kyle.
All right. Oh, really? This is. Here's been
Hey,
my
buddy,
day.
what happened to you, buddy?
Here's been my day.
Do you know you made Sands look good tonight?
Oh, really? How
Yeah,
so?
Hey,
You
look,
showed up
I
on
look
time.
good
You
every
didn't.
night. I look good every night, goddamn.
I just the family drama never stops for me. So
Yeah,
I
well,
thought I
that's
was
how-
having a
that's how I
good
feel
day.
sitting in
But
That's how I feel sitting on the show with Sands.
Yeah.
So.
So, you guys want to talk about your favorite shows of
Oh,
the
that's
movies
Oh my god! I knew there was a reason we brought
Of-
you back.
of 2023?
Wait,
Hey,
are
look,
we
perfect
transitioning to
timing,
Kyle?
man. Perfect timing, God damn it. It's your
First
time.
off, cheers to the chat, to the 13 people watching. We do appreciate you coming out.
Hey, we had
We're-
22
We were
before
at
you got
22
here.
before you came. Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
I was supposed to do many things this past day, but I was unable to.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, Kyle, the floor is yours, sir.
All right. So 2023, kind of a. Oh, do we have an intro or no?
We have an intro with we'll
We had one, but it expired at 6:05.
no,
Okay,
let's
got it.
we'll do TV because it includes all 20. Here we go.
Yes.
It says movies, but it's really all of 2023.
Yeah. So I thought I was supposed to send a message before, but obviously there's some things that came up, and I'm not gonna put everybody on the spot, so I'll just start. But I wanted to ask if we separate animated from like live action, but we didn't have enough time, so I just think that the best of the year would suffice and just separate show and movie. My favorite show, I'm not sure if it is comic related because it was started as a graphic novel. It was called Nimona. It came out in the early 2000s.
Oh, is that
And
one on Netflix?
yeah, it's on Netflix as an animated movie, and it was the best like animated anything that I've seen since Arcane that came out in 2021. So I was 2 years without something
Wait a
that was
minute.
really good
Best
at
anything? Are we still
animated.
No, but Blue Eye Samurai. Where are you holding that at?
Blue Eye Samurai was really good.
Is that your
I-
pinnacle, Sans?
That
It
shit
was-
is crazy right now, bro.
Right now, it's been out for like 4 months.
That's
it
what
was
I'm
good.
saying. He's saying that Nimona was better than Blue Eye Samurai.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Like
Oof.
no joke. And Nimona was way better than Blue Eyed Samurai. Blue Eyed Samurai was awesome and very, very stylistic. But Nimona touched on so many it was. I struggle with villains, and we don't get any true villains anymore. Villains they all have cop outs, I guess, and relatability aspects, and I feel like there's no identity to certain villains anymore, and yeah, that's kind of what I have to say about it. Like, I don't want to spoil anything. I want you to go watch Nimona. Like, Nimona, hands down, best of 2023.
All right. Well, when you say the best of 2023, you also put Andor up there. So, like, should I consider this like Sleep Aid Part 2, or like I'll actually make it through an episode and not be passed out?
I separated shows and movies, and my movie was Nimona.
All right. So shows and movies. Okay. So your movie was Nimona.
Yes.
My show was a Apple TV show called Silo.
Silo was awesome.
Really?
And it's
Oh
based,
my
I don't
God.
know
it's based off a book. So my show of 2023 was Silo.
I am looking forward to it. Well, listen, Common was kind of dry. I enjoyed him, but he was like one tone the whole time. I love the sheriff that left after like episode 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
He was freaking awesome. But the show never lost me at any point throughout the season.
So
And I'm still not even sure I understand what I witnessed.
It's
That's
based
how
off
good the show is.
it's based off 3 books, and I will happily explain it to you because I had to go and read all 3 books after the show as I didn't know it was based
Oh
off
man, why
books.
didn't you tell us? We would have read it with you.
Oh, we're gonna do a reading with Matt and Sans.
Yes.
And tonight in the silo, they went deep into the bowels. No, that wouldn't have went over well.
Pause. No.
All right, well, I gotta come clean.
Uh-huh.
Did I hate? So Kyle put me on the lie detector test the other night when we were actually planning season 3, and he showed up on time, and he said to me,
Yeah,
Matt, I have to ask you an honest question. Did you really hate Andor as much as you said? And what was my response? I absolutely hated Andor as much as I said. It was garbage, and I have no interest in watching that shit again.
All right, fine. We'll just leave it at that. Thank you for sharing, Matt. I appreciate it. My favorite show was actually Last of Us. Like,
yeah.
I thought Last of Us. I played the video game. I'm pretty sure I've told the story before. When Last of Us came out, I played it. I bought it on Friday, like after school. I was in college at the time. I bought it on a Friday, and then I went home and I finished it by Sunday morning. Like I just played through it nonstop. I literally fell asleep on my couch with my controller.
But as somebody that played the game, did you think the series was too much like the game that you kind of knew what was coming?
It
Yes.
didn't bother anybody.
Did it bother you?
No, it checked all the nostalgia.
It was it was a great transition from video game to live action. That's all we needed. There's so translating to live action is hard enough by itself. If they did it accurately, that's all we asked for.
Well, both of my picks were adaptations. Nimona is an adaptation of a graphic novel, and Last of Us was an adaptation of a video game. Like they're both phenomenal. So
okay, I Punch is talking. The boys and
but it hasn't been dubbed yet. Like it's still in.
No,
have they done it? They've done a dubbed version.
You could see it in theaters with subtitles.
Studio Ghibli is such a cop out, though. I just no. I disagree. I think that the Suzume is the best anime of 2023. If we're breaking it down into categories, that's the problem. I should have. If I had, I would have done
Batman the animated series, the best anime ever created. So I'm just saying.
Nola, what's your best movie or show anime of 2020? Oh, and we didn't say show, but we heard movie and anime. What are yours, Nola?
I'm a huge boys fan. I thought Gen V was great. I think on the surface, like a lot of things, what they do looks to be like just sort of gratuitous. But there's a lot more to those shows if you're willing to like actually think about what kind of world would we live in if people actually had superpowers. And so I was a big Gen V fan.
I like Gen V. I thought it was a good little prequel /
Dude, the guy who ran around making love to trees and anything that had a hole, that's just great. That's just great. Something else nobody mentioned, that I don't remember exactly what it was called, but it was sort of that anime version of Scott Pilgrim.
It was Scott Pilgrim. It was literally Scott Pilgrim.
Pilgrim done over, yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if they renamed it or something, but that was really good.
And it was all the original voice actors.
Yeah, that was really, really good. I don't know, movies. There's just too many. I can't.
So we're just gonna sit here and not say what the best movie of 2023 was.
Listen, I swear to God, if you say Barbie, I will.
We're not gonna say what the best movie of.
How many Oscars? Barbie got zero. One Oscar. Like I'm so.
What did you say, Matt?
I'm just Ken. What is it, Kyle? I'm just Ken.
I'm just Ken.
Okay, so
everybody
I'm just Ken.
else would be
I will tell you,
then.
Oppenheimer is not my #1 movie of the year.
but because Barbie is.
No, neither one of
Ladies
them.
and gents.
You know what? There was 2 sleeper movies that came out last year. One that dropped in December.
what was
and
the
one-
name of that movie?
Oh, you're gonna talk
December?
about
We don't care. You know why? Because Barbie was number one, and it was number one for a reason. Nostalgia and the fact that people wanted to have some fun with a goddamn movie in it.
Will you shut the hell up?
the Barbie was so political though. Like
It had everything it needed, man. It had all
Okay.
it had its fun, it had its politics. And guess what?
what?
Nobody wants to see the world get bombed. Nobody wants that.
Look, you know what they want? They don't want to see the world get bombed. They want to see the world get trampled by Godzilla. Godzilla minus one was
Okay.
absolutely
Okay.
fantastic.
All right.
And that was my sleeper. Again, amazing. My second sleeper was The Creator. The Creator
That's the
I
that's
gotta
the one I
watch
was
that. It's on Hulu right now.
were the 2 top movies for me of all 2023.
Okay.
It beat Oppenheimer. It beat Barbie. It beat anything and anything you could throw out. Godzilla minus one. And again, I sat with someone that was like, I thought I was coming to see a Godzilla movie. You did. You did. Godzilla was absolutely fucking terrifying in that film. You may not have seen a lot of them because you didn't need to see a lot of them. He was terrifying in where he was. That was
Well,
it.
you know who won't be seeing Godzilla anytime soon?
Who's that?
Our girl from Stranger Things, because she's dropped out of it. She said F Godzilla franchise.
Ellie or 11?
11.
She
She's like, I
wasn't-
make more money doing Enola Holmes and other shows. Godzilla, screw yourself.
She's so full of herself right now. Honestly, I know
Listen,
they're doing.
she's
Stranger
great
Things,
though.
but
She's great. Let's not knock her down a peg.
I don't know.
She's great.
She got a
Enola
big head.
Holmes.
She got a big head.
What did she ever do that she didn't deserve her big head? She is great right now. Exactly.
Yeah,
You
but-
can't-
Is your pick really Barbie though?
Yeah,
You're fucking crazy. That's why you can't take this man seriously, man.
absolutely.
That's
Somebody
nuts.
tell me a bigger grossing movie.
It don't matter if
Grossing, I
it
mean, you
grows.
can't-
All right,
Yeah.
all right. You can't. So shut up. All right. Now Mario Brothers was pretty good too. Oh wait, that was
Bullshit. You hated Mario Brothers when it came out. You were so mad. You texted me
Listen.
walking out of the theater. Oh man, I was so disappointed. in this
listen.
movie.
I've watched it again.
Yeah, you're full of shit.
Nola will back me up on this. The
Fuck
problem
that.
with Mario Brothers was that it did not focus enough on Luigi. That's all to it, right, Nola?
If
I'm like
Mario
Mario,
Brothers
you like
was a
Luigi.
good movie, if Mario Brothers was a good movie, then this was a good TV show.
Don't even.
Wait a minute.
I have been itching all day to say my
Now,
tagline.
now you're opening some can of worms right here, man.
I'm the
That
I'm
was-
the scroll
That was
guy,
bad.
man. It was pretty bad. It was
So-
it was bad from like the get go though. Like it.
So-
it
So
didn't even-
let's talk Marvel in 2023. Was there anything notable out of Marvel in 2023?
Loki. I love
Loki?
Loki.
Get
Yeah,
behind you, that.
I'm. Yeah. I mean, I don't think Andor counts because it
No,
came out
that's-
in 2022. It came out in
That's,
September.
that's Star Wars.
Yeah, but I'm okay. Marvel. So yeah, not Disney Incorporated.
Yeah.
So you didn't
Okay.
like Obi-Wan? Oh, so you
No,
got
I
me
didn't
on
like
the
Obi-Wan.
So like, okay, so you like Loki. You didn't like the Marvels. You didn't like
No,
what else came out? Secret Wars or
Secret Invasion.
Sorry,
No.
Secret Invasion. What else?
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk.
Didn't like it. Oh, She-Hulk was. I don't know. It was okay.
Terrible. Terrible.
The third Guardians was okay.
Guardians was all right.
I liked the winter special, but that was 2022 as well.
Terrible. Terrible. That was a
You
waste.
had to
of
put up with Kyle till
time.
you got here. Did you see this?
Dude,
Jeff.
he came in hot with.
We were all on. It was. We
Barbie.
were all on sync before Kyle got here.
Jeff, I
It was
was
like-
having
it
a
was
good show
Our
until I saw
period
your name
all
pop up.
aligned. Like Nola had our periods all aligned, but then
I don't know. I lost
Wow.
interest in Guardians of the Galaxy after Ragnarok, or not Ragnarok, after the second
go.
one.
Thor: Love and Thunder.
But I'll be honest with you. The what if with God, we were just talking about this before the show started, and then I lost it. Episode 1 of What If with
Nebula.
Nebula, where it had like that Judge Dredd kind of vibe, and she was tracking down the killer of Yandu.
Ooh, yeah.
I was all in it, man. I loved it. I thought that was like a great way to start off What If, and then the kamikaze plane crashed after that. The next six freaking episodes were
Hit or miss. Hit or miss.
100% miss. 100% miss in my book.
Miss.
And you want to know
on
why I was missing?
Airbender?
You know on what? Airbender?
On
Oh,
Airbender.
Miss.
Kyle, hit or miss.
I mean, it'll be better than M. Night Shyamalan's trash movie.
The movie
But I mean,
was
like,
so
really,
bad.
anything will be better than that. I still think it'll be a miss.
The previews, I
It
mean,
looks so good.
the
It
fandom
looks so
is really behind it too. Like everybody's kind of invested in it. Dang,
Well,
another
everyone was
pick that
behind
I
One
had
Piece
was
when they were-
2022.
Yeah, everyone was behind One Piece when Netflix redid it, and
It was great. It was a hit.
Mhm.
Wait a minute.
Cowboy
That-
Bebop. It was okay.
Cowboy
Are
Bebop.
we
was
just
not-
discussing like genre movies when we're talking about the best movies or any
We're
movie?
all over. We're all over.
We're all over.
Well, the problem, Nola, is
Go
that
watch Saltburn.
I didn't organize
Saltburn
it
was
properly.
pretty good.
Saltburn, yeah, I've been recommended that
Nola,
a
hit or
bunch.
miss on Airbender. Last Airbender for 2020.
Don't know.
What do you say? We need an answer from
I have
you.
no idea. I don't. It's not my thing. I don't know anything about it.
Well, just say yes or no, hit or miss.
Okay, no.
All right.
Perfect.
Catalog
I'm going to. It looks like I'm going to be by myself.
No, you're not. I'm a hit.
Oh, you're a hit. I thought you said
Yeah.
a miss.
What? No, I love Airbender.
Oh, you were talking about the last series. Got it.
I was talking about the M. Night Shyamalan movie. Yes.
Got it. All right. I'm going hit all the way, 100%. And yes, the One Piece series blew me away. How they.
It was cool. It wasn't great. It was cool.
It was,
it was cool.
great.
It was cool.
That was unique storytelling. It was great depiction of the characters, and I was invested from episode 1 all the way through.
Okay.
And by the way, I don't know how we've gotten through this whole segment and not mentioned Cocaine Bear. So
Because it's the best of the year. Another
Wow, you
honorable,
need to be careful what you say from this point forward.
You have not watched Cocaine
another
Bear. That's the ride.
another honorable mention would be Past Lives. Has anybody seen that?
No.
I didn't see Past Lives, but wasn't
Past Lives, so good.
everything all at once?
Always, all
that
at
was
once.
not
Everything
2023.
Yeah,
Wasn't
that
it?
was last year.
No,
2 years
it was
ago.
2022.
Uh,
Because there was another one that I was going to say was The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent with
Yes.
Nicolas Cage. That was
Nicolas
also
Cage and Pedro
that was-
Pascal.
that was
Loved
2022 though. So that's no Past Lives. It's I don't know. Watch Past Lives. Yeah, watch Past Lives and Nimona, and then message me afterwards.
You know what's better
You
than
made me
all
watch
of them?
Arcane, and I was kind
You know what's better than all of them? Guilty pleasure.
What's that?
Reacher 2. Reacher season 2 kicks ass.
Reacher
Nolan will back
season
me
1
up.
was
Do
pretty
you
good.
want to see him as Batman?
Yes.
Because right now it is a neck and neck battle. So we got the Robert Pattinson.
Well, he was
Batman.
Dove.
That's-
He was
listen,
Dove.
He was Hawk.
I want to
Hawk.
see him as
Relax.
Bane.
Don't you ever call him
He was
Dove.
Dove.
I'm just saying.
So this is the problem with him playing Batman.
Mhm.
If you saw Reacher 2, on the rare occasions that they showed him moving, much less running, that dude is a lummox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is an absolute he looks terrible when he's moving.
He played in that football movie though.
Blue Mountain
or
State.
that Blue
Or-
Mountain State, or
And
show.
he's
yeah.
the voice of Raphael in the Michael
Chaz or something.
Like in
in the new Raphael. He's the voice
Oh,
of Raphael.
nobody said TMNT as tops. Oh, that was a great one too.
I didn't like it.
Oh my God, that was a sleeper hit.
I
If
didn't
you-
like it.
Listen, what was his name?
Superfly.
No. Ray Fillet.
Ray Fillet.
Ray Fillet. Fillet. Yo, if you didn't love Ray Fillet, oh my god, that character alone.
I just don't like that they
watching-
changed the origin story.
I don't-
Yeah,
that's
they
the
cha-
thing
it,
that kills
it was an Elseworld.
So okay,
story.
going back to my Batman though. Okay, so you like Reacher, so he's up there, like because James Gunn has to make his own Batman because Robert Pattinson is Elseworld. It's not part of his universe.
Right.
So will it be because he's a front runner right now for Batman or Jason Ackles? They're the two front runners right now. But
Jason
Who's Jason Ackles?
Supernatural, the brother from Supernatural,
Jensen Ackles.
Jensen Ackles.
Oh, okay.
From The Boys. What's he play? He
I was
plays
like, who's Jason?
He plays Soldier Boy.
Soldier
Soldier
Boy.
Boy.
Yeah, I was like Jason. I don't know that guy.
I was like, who's Jason?
I would go.
You didn't
with
show up on
Reacher.
time. You shut your mouth.
Listen, if you want a kick-ass Batman, Reacher was so look. They just needed that show to be on HBO or Cinemax, and
Mhm.
it would have been like bloody good. Like it was already good on Prime, but
See, I thought season 2 was good. It was nowhere near as good as season 1.
I thought it was better than season 1.
Nah, it just
Really?
it concentrated on too many things other than Reacher. It's like I just even most of the fight scenes and stuff were like these multi-person fight scenes, and they were okay, but I think the fight choreography really kind of suffered when it wasn't Reacher versus the world.
Yeah, the problem for me with season 2 was just that you had too many of the sayings. Like they always had never mess with the special investigator. Like they just drove that home like after every episode. You don't F with the special investigator. I was just like, all right, don't get corny. But it
So,
was
so
so good.
this was my biggest knock against all of Reacher, and spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't seen it, is the fact that at some point, off screen, off camera, not shown, they managed to kidnap 2 of Reacher's team with no problem. And yet, throughout the whole movie, they're regularly beating the shit out of like 50 people at a time.
Well, I mean, they were at a hotel, a seedy hotel by themselves. So
I know, that's what I'm saying. But even
they
then,
got caught.
it's like it was off screen. It was like, okay, it's like it wasn't a big deal, and it should have been.
Hey, but he untied him. He untied his handcuffs in the middle of like 8 people holding guns against him, and he was able to take them all down. That was amazing, man.
See, and that's what I'm saying. That was a great fight scene, dude. When it was just Reacher against the world, man.
And
You
John
gotta
Wick.
love it, man. What is Mondo? What did I miss here?
Wait. And John Wick took 25 minutes to climb a set of stairs.
Set of stairs.
Yes. Look. John Wick is the most unbelievable movie you could ever see. It's like
All right, so listen.
nobody can kill this guy.
So-
Everybody, why won't
Here.
you shoot for anybody's head?
Hold
Like
on, real quick.
the head is just off. You can't shoot.
So I went to see.
Oh,
the-
Mondo from TMNT. Got it.
I went to go see the John Wick ripoff 2 days ago.
What's
You
the
know,
ripoff?
What is that?
Beekeeper.
Oh, that actually looks good.
It
How
was
it?
horrible.
Oh no.
Horrible. Like go watch Expendables. Like
Oh,
it
Statham.
was it was
Oh.
so
Wait.
bad. It was like I don't want to ruin it for anyone, but like you know how Jason Statham when he plays that character, like he doesn't really run. He just like walks with attitude. Like when he does something, he's like, I'm just gonna walk away. Well, this man is literally doing something that no one else could do, and trying to hunt down a person that no one in this world should ever come within 15 feet of. And he's just walking. And what? Why are you doing this? Because I'm a beekeeper.
So this is his work. What's best Statham movie for you?
For me,
Yeah.
blah 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 blah. His original. I'm torn. I really liked him in Italian Job, and I really liked him in The Transporter.
Kyle, best Statham movie or character?
Fuck, I don't know. Come back to me.
The Mechanic. There's so many good ones.
Mechanic was
Expendables.
really
Nola?
good.
Any thoughts?
There's that big. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I got it. You guys.
he was in Lock, Stock, right?
Yep.
No, it was.
Yeah,
wasn't-
Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
It was.
He was
It
in
was Turkish, and whatchamacallit, with Brad Pitt. He
I
was
know
he
exactly
played
what you're talking about.
Turkish, and it was What was the name of the goddamn movie? That
It's the
was
sequel, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
yeah, that was the British movie that set it off for Turkey.
Oh, Snatch.
Snatched.
Yeah.
Proper fucked. That was the best Turkish movie ever. Best Jason Statham. So
Okay,
We're gonna
I
say
remember
Snatch.
what it is.
So what's your
What's that?
movie? You're going with
Uh,
Snatch?
Death
Snatch.
Race.
you
Death Race.
with the black shirt and the black beard, I just saw like a face
I know.
floating for a second.
Like,
I
and
was like,
in my chair.
I was like,
literally.
where's he at? It was just a floating head.
You're cut off. No wine. You're done. You're done. I had to throw the flag in season 1. You're cut off.
In fact, I'm going to get some more wine right now.
Did you hear my answer though? Death Race.
Death Race.
Oh,
That was a
Death Race was good. Yeah,
Was that a remake of the original, or was he the original?
it was a remake. Yeah,
I
It was
think
a
it's a
remake from
remake.
the original.
Yeah.
There's another one. I don't even know if it ever made it to the theaters or if it just ended up on streaming services. But Wrath of Man is really good.
Oh yeah, that was kind of like the Denzel Washington movie where
This one.
Yep.
Cellular.
it was like remember the Denzel Washington movie where they
Talking about the one where he's the
girl?
Dakota Fanning's bodyguard.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's how Wrath the
Man
Man
on
was.
Fire.
Both of those were badass. Oh my god. Statham,
So here's a question though. Where does Jason Statham rank as an action star? Is he like a top 5 action star?
All right,
No, he's
so
just below.
hold on.
he's just
Hold
below.
on. I want everyone to give their top 3. So Nola, you came up with the topic. You're on
God.
first. Top 3
Nola,
action
you're up
stars.
first.
Top 3. Shit.
And
I wasn't
Sans,
ready to actually answer my own question.
Sans is gonna go get more wine because we're supposed to have wine, and all I have is rum.
I'm an 80s kid.
Okay, come on. I'm ready for it.
So I got to go back to Sly.
He was on my list. Okay, keep going.
I got to go to Arnold. Can Keanu make the list just for fucking John Wick?
Yeah,
Sure,
John
that's-
Matrix. The
Speed,
Matrix,
Matrix,
Speed.
yeah, John,
He's
yeah,
made
gotta
four
be,
fucking movies.
gotta be Keanu.
All right,
Gotta
so
be
we got
Keanu.
Sylvester Stallone, we got Keanu Reeves, and we got
Arnold.
Arnold. Okay, Sans, you're up. Who's your 3?
All right. I'm going with Sly. Sly definitely up there. I'm going with Arnold. And then I am going to go international with my
Ooh.
guy from Raid the Redemption, Raid Rama. This guy, Tony Jaa, I think it's not Tony Jaa. Tony Jaa did Unbach.
Yeah,
He's
that
up
was on Buck.
He's crazy with it. But I'm going with Rama from Raid the Redemption. That
Okay.
guy, top 3 action movie. If you look on Netflix, he's on like 6 different movies right now. Shot to the Head or Bullet Head, whatever. There's like all kinds of his movies on Netflix right now.
Kyle.
Jackie Chan. Who played Joker? Heath Ledger.
What the hell?
That was an action film?
Action film?
Knight's Tale.
That is not an
Joker.
action film. That's a goddamn rom-com.
Fucking romance. Get the fuck out of here.
The
What's your
jousted.
third? What's your third?
He literally fought with swords. That's an action movie.
Love
We'll
story.
give it to you, man.
Heath Ledger
give-
and then Sigourney Weaver.
All right, alien. I gotta give it to him. All right, I gotta go with Sly. No matter what, he's
Sly,
up there.
Sly is on
Rambo, the Rocky, you name it. He's
Oh my
number
God.
1.
Yes.
Judge
My
Dredd.
My number 2, Jean-Claude Van Damme. Bloodsport, kickboxer, cyborg, you name it. Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Double Dragon.
My number 3 is more of a new age, but this man has been in some amazing
Steven
movies.
Seagal.
Michael Jai White.
Who?
Michael Jai White.
I can't give it to him over my boy Rama, man. Listen, have you watched Raid? Have you watched any of the Raid? Raid 1 or Raid 2?
Yeah, I've seen them.
Oh my God. Tell me they're not the best.
He was the original Spawn, man. He was the
No,
original Spawn. Michael Jai White was the original Spawn in
Yes,
theaters.
and it wasn't great. The original Spawn
Exactly.
it wasn't great. Look, Michael
I'm
Jai
gonna
White
fight.
is a great fighter. He's a great fighter. It's just his movies are low budget.
There's some of the best action films are low budget films.
You could have went with anybody.
Honestly, it was between him and Bruce Willis. I mean, Die Hard.
You could have went with Bruce Lee. Look, I would have went with Bruce Lee over anything Michael Jai White would have brought to the table.
No.
Arnold Schwarzenegger
Michael Jai
White.
I mean, I would even choose Scott
How do
Adkins
you pick Jai White over Arnold Schwarzenegger?
any day. Any day.
How?
Arnold Schwarzenegger couldn't even wipe his ass.
Conan the Barbarian?
Other than Predator and Conan, he what's he got?
Wait,
Action
Terminator?
hero.
Terminator?
Oh.
No.
Predator?
No. You don't just go
Predator.
You don't just go
Arnold's not. It's not Abu Bakr. Nah, not for me.
Listen, he even gave you Kindergarten Cop, man. If you wanted to change it up, bro,
You guys,
he can.
I mean,
He can fit into Kyle's bucket of what action is, man.
No. Last
He
action
gave you
hero.
twins, bro. He gave you twins.
Here, hold on. This is what I'll do. I'll endorse your Michael Jai White pick if you can name another Michael Jai White movie
Blood and Bone.
without fucking typing it out.
Blood and Bones. That was
Blood and
terrible.
Bone? What are you? Oh my god, you guys are kidding
Oh my
me.
God. Yo, Wesley Snipes over Michael J. Come on, man.
I would do Wesley Snipes with Blade, but that was really it for Wesley Snipes in the early age.
Come on, Passenger
I
57.
mean, Michael Jai White was in Dark Knight. He played
Always bet on black.
Yes, and what was the there was a president one too, like the president's down or something crazy. Wesley Snipes over Michael Jai White. New Jack City, he was the greatest villain of all time. Black Dynamite, yeah, I gotta give him Black Dynamite.
Demolition Man.
Yeah,
nobody said
okay.
Tom
All right, I give him
Cruise.
Black Dynamite.
Tom
Yes.
Cruise didn't have a lot of action movies earlier.
Demolition Man. Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
But I had Demolition Man with Sylvester Stallone.
I'm gonna actually.
Leslie was a great villain in that.
He was a great villain in that.
I can't. In
That's
good
it.
I still
conscience
can't get over the
believe-
fact that someone said Heath Ledger. Like,
Yeah, I know.
let me go back to that. Like, let me get off me and let's go back.
I was trying to get those words out too. That I'm surprised you guys even let me say Heath Ledger.
I almost cut you off right when you said it.
Mine would be probably Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg. Okay, he's had some great films. Not so much
In
Infinity was the
Shooter.
new one?
Shooter was probably his best movie.
but that was more of a drama, man. Like,
What he like? Okay. Shooter.
I haven't
Shooter
seen him
was an
do
action
any-
movie.
I haven't seen him do any hand-to-hand combat.
That's
in-
Shooter.
Infinite. He did. He was like that swordsman that like relives in different personalities. That was like his most recent like action film.
He's done tons of action stuff. He was in Uncharted.
My
By the
guy's
way-
name is Iko Uwais from The Raid. That guy needs his props.
I'm surprised no one said, our man Will Smith from the Bad Boys run.
Or from
too
Men in
comical,
Black.
too comical.
Or from running up to the Oscar stage and slapping Chris Rock.
Somebody could have said Dolph Lundgren. Dolph did a lot of.
Somebody could have said Steven Seagal, like I mentioned
Steven
earlier.
Seagal would have been up
the-
there. Bruce Willis was up
No,
there.
he
for me
wouldn't.
for Die Hard.
Steven Seagal's so bad.
What are you talking about? Steven Seagal in his prime with Under Siege and all his movies.
Okay,
Terrible.
The
as a
Glimmer Man.
as a parody pick, maybe.
By
As
the,
a-
by the way,
Come on,
I have
The
two
man was an
words.
undercover cop. I mean, he had a whole series as him as a cop.
I
Yo,
would choose.
listen,
I would choose.
what was the
Sean
name?
Connery
Well,
over all of
Mark
them.
for Death was great. Mark for Death was awesome. I'll give him that. And what's that? I'll buy that for $1. What movie was that?
RoboCop.
RoboCop.
No. What's the other one? You could take that to the bank. Steven Seagal.
Under Siege.
Out for Justice.
For
Okay.
Justice.
I don't know.
He
The-
always,
have-
had three, he always had 3-word movies. Out for Justice, Mark for Death,
Under
Ex-
Siege.
Above the Law. Above
Exit-
the Law. Those
Exit
3
Wounds.
movies.
Under
made
Siege.
Steven Seagal.
Under Wounds. Yeah.
Above
Exit
the Law,
Wounds.
Out for Justice, and Marked for Death. Steven
What
Seagal.
what about Gerard Butler?
Oh yeah, he was.
I
He's
do
great.
been
like
in
Gerard
some.
Butler.
He's been in
I
Listen,
some
just like
good
him in
ones.
general.
Hey, if you go on Gerard Butler, you got to go Russell Crowe.
Gladiator.
I mean,
did
he
you,
only
do you
had.
know who the new? Do you know who the new? There's a Gladiator 2 coming out. You know that, right?
No.
You know who's playing the Gladiator?
Ooh.
No.
Pedro Pascal.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah, he's playing the
Russell
Gladiator
Crowe
2.
or Gerard Butler? Who would you take?
Gerard Butler. Gamer 300.
Yeah,
What was
Gerard
it?
Butler's the shit.
Olympus Has Fallen.
Yeah, he's the shit.
I would go Gerard Butler too easily.
He's all-time top. He's all-time top Gerard.
Wait, what are another Gerard?
I can only think of one.
Gerard
What
Depardieu.
was the one he did with Jamie Foxx?
Oh,
That was Channing Tatum.
No.
No. There was one where
In
he was like
prison.
citizen,
Law-abiding citizen.
Law-abiding citizen.
Ooh, another Mark Wahlberg movie with Denzel. Two Guns.
He's done. I don't even
Yeah,
want to
get
talk
him
to
out of here.
Just get him
By
out
the
of
way,
here. Like I
Where
can't.
the
Like,
hell he's getting his movie picks
literally,
from?
he said A Knight's Tale tonight.
A Knight's
folks. Like,
Tale?
you show up 45 minutes late, and then we talk action films, and you throw out A Knight's Tale.
Two Guns with Mark Wahlberg. I'm,
Yeah,
and they're-
I'm adding more precedent.
Okay. Best
sleeper.
modern Western. I'm going to go Tombstone.
It's not modern though.
I was gonna say that's like
It's
40
modern.
years old.
That's
It's
80s,
modern.
man.
I'm not
No,
talking 60s.
Modern
where-
Western's like the Hateful Eight.
Western.
That's modern.
No,
Like,
I'm
What
saying
about-
about Tombstone.
Does
Tombstone,
Westworld?
goddamn.
Does Westworld count?
Tombstone's good. You there's a Russell Crowe Western.
310 to Yuma.
Yeah, no, that's Russell. That's not the one.
Who can beat I'm Your Huckleberry? Nobody.
I'm
yeah.
a Huckleberry.
I thought I really wasn't that sick.
Does Westworld count for a
You could see
Western?
you could see me.
What
do
about the
my-
Ballad of Buster Scruggs? I think that was pretty awesome.
It was
That
okay.
was a good flick.
What
I
about
can't What was Ego's
Hell
name?
on
Unforgiven was awesome. Yes.
Hell on Wheels? That's a
That was
Oh, that was a
show,
good
yeah.
series.
That was a
Yeah.
good series.
that had Common in it as well.
Jeff, you are spot on, my friend. Silverado is a
Silverado.
great movie.
That was awesome.
Did you?
So okay,
Common's role in the Hell on Wheels was fucking phenomenal. Common crushed it.
So how about
hold
How
on, real quick, hold up. You said Tombstone.
Okay.
If you like Tombstone and you're a Kurt Russell fan, because Kurt Russell and Val Kilmer made Tombstone.
Kimbler.
Oh, we didn't even mention Kurt Russell as
Right.
our top picks. Damn.
Ready? How did you ever see him in Bone Tomahawk?
Yep.
No.
Go. So as a Tombstone fan, you need to go watch that.
Is it something similar to Overboard? Because I'll
No,
watch it
it's
right
it's similar to Tombstone. It's a western.
now. I only want to see if it's close to Overboard. I only want to see Overboard. Mark.
Justified felt like a Western, but it wasn't really a Western.
See, that's funny. I was gonna say because there's a couple like that. Firefly's another one. Firefly
Yeah.
wasn't really a Western, but it was enough of a Western.
Yeah, because I don't know. You have a guy walking around dealing justice with a cowboy
Kurt-
hat. So
Kurt Russell, I'm going to give him most underrated action star.
Yeah, I
Oh.
get that.
Here, hold on. I'm gonna throw this one out there just for Kyle. Brokeback Mountain.
for
Action.
no, it's just
no,
another
no,
Heath Ledger.
Heath
Heath
Ledger.
Ledger.
Heath Ledger.
No, don't say that to me, Huda. Don't say. I despise John Boyega. I despise him. I hated him as Finn in Star Wars. I hated
Oh,
him
no,
in
no, 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 no.
Pacific
Attack the
Rim.
Block? Did you
I didn't
see Attack the Block?
I didn't see Attack the Block.
Oh, you got to watch that. Boyega, that's where he made his debut. I give him all props.
I
because
cannot see him be on Finn and this whiny.
He didn't write
stormtrooper.
that. He didn't write that for
But
himself.
what was the other movie he was in? He was in the Pacific Rim 2. Couldn't stand it. He was
I
in.
didn't like that.
He was the king in the movie with Viola Davis. I couldn't stand him in.
Yeah.
Regime
Watch
of War.
Attack the Block. Attack the Block is Boyega's debut, and that's where he made his mark. What Star Wars did
Don't
to
ruin
him-
Book of Eli with him. Like that's like they ruined Mad Max Furiosa with What's her face coming in to play Charlize Theron? I can't even. And I don't want to talk about it. I'm mad.
Did anybody see me just freak out?
Yeah, I thought you heard.
Yeah,
something
we didn't
or
know
saw
what was
something.
going on
I
with
don't
you
know.
just now, man. You gotta stop the LSD, man.
Something
What is
just like
going on?
shook the entire house.
So what about Django? Does Django count as a western?
I said, what my man Sam
Yeah,
Jackson.
it's like a western, southern western. Yeah.
I'm
I'm not-
tired
And there
of
was
this.
I think it was a Netflix series. I think it was called Godless with Jeff Bridges that was fucking outstanding.
Godless was pretty good.
So we totally went down the rabbit hole.
We did go down, but what we ended up with is that we did miss Kurt Russell as he might be most underrated action star.
I don't know. I still think Bruce Willis would beat Kurt Russell.
No. Look, he gave us FUBAR, man. You cannot forget Kurt Russell
Die Hard.
and Stallone and with FUBAR, man. Come on. How many action
More
movies-
importantly than Die Hard, Hudson Hawk.
Hudson Hawk? No. Mm-mm. No. Color.
Jeff has. So look, if you're gonna say anything about Kurt Russell, Snake Plissken. We'll combat Die Hard for me.
What?
Escape from
okay.
LA, Escape from New York.
Before we get
I think Kurt Russell greater than Bruce Willis action star.
No, I can't. I don't know.
Name the Bruce Willis action movies. Die Hard. What else?
Every other Die Hard.
Every other Die Hard.
Die
All right,
Hard
you had
number
2 or 3. You had 2 or 3 of
Die
those.
Hard
What else?
number 3.
Nicolas Cage has more action than Bruce Willis. What else?
Nicolas Cage has by far one of the top action films of all time, which is Face Off.
Which
Not even
is
Face Off. What was
With
Con
John-
Air?
with
Con Air, goddamn it.
Face Off was better than Con Air.
Con Air.
And
John
let's not forget-
Travolta,
Hold
Fifth
on.
Element,
Let's
thank
not
you.
forget the third in that series, The Rock.
The Rock, yes. Con Air was amazing though.
what's
But
the Rock's best movie is The Rundown.
Amen.
oh, the rundown. Little
Amen.
lightning, little thunder, little lightning, little thunder,
Tooth Fairy.
A little thunder.
little lightning, little
A
thunder.
little
The
lightning.
rundown. The run. But the Rock's worst movie was Witch Mountain or something. Oh my god, that was like the worst thing I've ever seen. A Disney Escape Witch Mountain or something like that.
Oh, okay,
All right,
yeah, I
Listen,
didn't see
I
it.
want to defend my Bruce Willis.
I want to defend my
Fifth
first pick.
Fifth Element. Thank you, Wolverado.
Wait. We're talking action, Bruce Willis.
Yeah, Fifth
That
Element.
is not action.
Yes,
That
it
is
is.
not
Yeah,
action.
I'll give him that.
Tears of the Sun. Okay,
Yeah.
Armageddon. Armageddon was
geez.
actually Die Hard. Then you got Hostage, which was another one. Sin City. Red. I mean, I
He's just
keep going.
reading a
Death
fucking
Wish.
list.
Last Man Standing.
See, the problem is like every Bruce Willis action movie over the last 20 years has just been straight to video. That's the problem.
Looper.
Right. You got
Looper was
You got
phenomenal.
Tango and Cash, Escape from New York. You got
What was
freaking
that
Big Trouble in
safe
Little
cracking
China,
movie?
Tombstone. You got the action already out trumps the freaking Bruce Willis action in those movies. Stargate, Death Proof,
What was
Backdraft.
this?
I gotta
what
walk
was the
away, folks.
safe?
I
What was
can't.
the safe cracking Zack Snyder movie? What was that one called?
Oh, the one that was on Netflix?
Yeah.
Escape, Army of Darkness.
Does that
Army of the Dead.
does that consider as action? Because that was
Yeah,
kind-
that was
I kinda-
action. That was your boy, your boy that plays what's his name from Guardians of the Galaxy,
Batista.
Batista.
Yeah, he plays Drax.
Yep. There were actually
Um,
there's two of those movies. Y'all know that, right?
Yeah,
I
there's
didn't see the second one.
a non.
It's
There's
like
a
a
non.
prequel.
It's a non-zombie verse one.
Yeah.
Does it have the safecracker guy? Because he was my
Yeah, the
favorite part.
safecracker
Yeah,
guy.
it's all about him. That's the
It's
whole
about
movie.
him.
It's about how he became a safecracker.
Yeah.
What?
It's like
Yeah.
Wait,
something
so my
he did in
favorite my
college.
favorite character has another like.
Yes.
Oh,
He has his own movie.
dope. That's okay. I'm gonna watch that.
Best
after
horror
this.
by far is The Exorcist. But you also have a lot to do with the James Wan, I would say, Insidious verse and good stuff like that.
Well, what about just best horror of 2023? Did anybody watch any horror films that came out recently? Because I know what's his Peele, Key and Peele. Which one became the director?
The one with the aliens, right?
He's been coming out with some crazy shit. They're all so stylistic too. Nope.
He didn't know. The best horror movie last year was Talk to Me.
Talk to Me. I didn't
Which one
see
was Talk to Me?
It was the A23 film that won the Sundance Film Festival where they had the hand, and when you picked it up, you saw.
But hold on, Megan was good. Megan was good. Yes,
Megan was good.
That shit was crazy.
And once again, how can we not talk about Cocaine Bear?
And
Wait
you
a minute,
think that The
what
Exorcist
category?
is better than like the Conjuring and Insidious series?
Which did I think? What was what?
Exorcist.
Yes.
Yeah, Wolverine, you should have said Barbie, biggest horror movie last year. Wolverine, you have come through clutch tonight. I cannot thank you enough.
I don't know. I wasn't into horror this year, so I didn't really watch any like horror movies in 2023.
Well, you can just throw out Knight's Tale because you know that fits.
I went
everything.
I went to Halloween Horror Nights though, which was kind of fun, and they had a Last of Us maze that I really enjoyed.
Renfield, that was probably the best, man.
Oh
Renfield.
no way! Nicolas
Okay.
Cage.
That shit was hilarious. Oh my god.
That was the vampire one, right?
Yeah, where
Yes.
he's with the
Yeah,
guy.
He just
He-
went.
he's our
I didn't
Lex
like it.
Luthor.
I didn't
He's our
like
He
Lex
pretty much
Luthor.
is. He pretty much is. He's everywhere.
Wait.
Who's a better vampire? The guy from 30 Seconds to Mars or Nicolas Cage?
Who's the guy from 30 Seconds to Mars?
Jared Leto.
Jared Leto. Who's a better vampire?
Nicolas Cage, man.
Yeah,
The best
Art-
vampire of all time is definitely Fright Night Vampire, man. That guy kills it.
Fright Night Vampire.
Chris Sarandon.
Chris Sarandon.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that. The guy in the middle. Yeah, he's my favorite character of that movie.
Yep,
I didn't
that's
really.
the movie.
Yeah,
Honestly-
Army of Thieves is the name of it. Instead of
didn't even-
Army of Darkness or
Army of the Dead.
Army of the Dead,
It's
Army of
it's
Thieves.
way better than Army of the Dead. It's a way better movie.
So
Oh,
I
man,
don't.
I
I
love
didn't
Army
like.
of the Dead
I didn't
too, so
really
that's-
like the
that's-
movie at all. I just liked that character.
Oh, you'll love Army of Thieves. It's great.
Cool. Brad Pitt is the best vampire. Wait, what?
That's
When?
Interview with a
Interview with a
Vampire.
Vampire.
Oh, okay.
That goes
Yeah,
like
that was-
Tom Cruise.
Anne Rice greatness.
For some reason, it popped.
What about the dude
World War
from,
Z in my head?
What was the big movie back in the day that had all the music from Korn? It was about vampire. He was a music singer. I can't
No,
think of
best vampire of all time has to be Lost Boys.
Lost
Michael.
Boys, hands down.
Yeah, hands down. We're not even going to talk about it.
Keith Sutherland.
Peter Sutherland, Michael, hands down, best vampire movie.
What do you
Yep.
know?
All right, that's all well and good, but you guys can't talk best vampire
under-
without going back to Bela Lugosi.
Actually, we can.
Actually,
We did.
I Lost Boys.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
Lost
I got-
Boys, top. all time.
Underworld, best vampire.
Underworld was great.
No, Underworld was great for
Underworld
an
was
action.
great.
Kate Beckinsale for an action person.
Yeah,
Okay,
Kate Beckinsale's for
yeah.
action. Underworld was great. It just wasn't the best.
What
Kate
about
Beckinsale
what
for
about
anything she wants to do?
what about Angelina Jolie for action? Salt,
Mr. and Mrs.
Tomb
Smith,
Raider.
Mr.
Yeah.
and Mrs. Smith,
Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider. Yeah, like
If we
She-
give, if
she
we're
has
gonna,
potential.
if we're giving movies like Salt, we got to go with like Atomic Blonde, and you got to give it.
Ooh, Atomic Blonde was pretty
Atomic
good.
Blonde was good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got to go with like Charlize Theron,
But
like
again,
Yeah.
Charlize Theron was so good. Now they have
Furiosa, like
and Taylor Joy.
you
and
go
listen-
with Anna Taylor-Joy over Furiosa. Come on, you
With-
can't do that
with
You can't
Chris Hemsworth.
Hemsworth.
Ah,
He actually does not remind me of anything Hemsworth in this movie, which is great. He did not remind me of Thor or anybody. I was like, that has to be great.
Queen of the Damned.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
Queen of the Damned.
That
That's
was
the,
it. I couldn't think of it.
the third interview with the vampire movie.
okay.
But God, I
Silver
can't
Bullet
listen.
from the 80s.
Ann
best.
Taylor-Joy, she was my front runner that I wanted to play Erica Slaughter in the Netflix series. The reason was she already had ties with Netflix because she's in Queen's Gambit.
Yep.
She showed that she could be a badass in New Mutants, even though
Isn't
the
she
movie sucked.
Magic, right? She's Magic, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, but
Yeah,
she's
I
curious
think
now.
she'd
I'm
be
just,
great for it.
I don't know.
Let's get back on track as
We're off the track.
as we go to wrap up for episode 1. Thank you so much, Kyle. Where's Mama Kyle? First of all, it's not a show without Mama Kyle showing up. So where's Mama Kyle?
I didn't do any of the things that I was supposed to do. I didn't send
All
out
right.
links.
F
I didn't
you,
post.
Kyle.
Yeah, you Kyle, like, you know how much work I did for this damn show over the
You
last
know
2
how
weeks?
much-
And I dropped the ball.
We didn't
Shit
pay
on
Matt
me.
to do all of this. All right. That
Well, we're
being
gonna have
said,
a redo on the 7th.
on the
Kyle.
7th,
The 7th,
I'll make it up to you guys
6 o'clock. Your
with some. Hold on, I'll make it up with some really nice pasta, and I'll knock your socks off with.
Oh damn! You better have the best pasta.
He literally better be sitting at that
and
chair
sake.
eating pasta, watching a
Best
nice
pasta
show.
and
There's-
sake we can think of.
Each season there's one episode of me dropping the ball, and I'm glad to get it out of the way. I can't wait for episode.
It's episode 1, Kyle. We've only been talking about this for a month and a half.
We stressed communication this season, Kyle.
You made
We
Sans
said
look like a
communication
saint.
is key.
I
It's
showed up
the-
to every pre-meeting.
Kyle, you made this guy look good because he showed up early.
Everything makes me look good.
I was at.
Not only does everything make me look good, I make you look better.
I was at the meeting that didn't have Sans. I was at the meeting that didn't have Nola, and I missed the damn show.
Guess
I
what?
don't-
Right? It doesn't
I don't-
matter. It doesn't matter because you missed a big game.
But
No,
I'm
Kyle, we put you back in. Really quickly, we didn't get your take on CGC.
Oh, yeah.
And how it impacted things. So just to wrap this up with a nice bow, we talked about before you got here, CGC won the whole scandal of reholstering and getting
Mhm.
these good grades, but 2, CGC 99s pre-screens, what it's doing to the market. Any thoughts, comments, concerns with any of that?
cash grab, and it's gonna get worse with a video that I'll release in a couple months
In a couple months? Why we gotta wait a couple months, bro?
because what I'm doing takes time. I'm doing a little documentary about it actually.
Oh,
So yeah, I'll clue everybody in. There's going to be a documentary style film that Nola and I are producing, and it's going
which
to
Nola? Who's Nola?
this guy right here. And
This guy over here.
Well, you're gonna blow your water, or like
no,
just,
no, no,
wait
and
till
it just
comes out?
ties
this
into
guy.
the topic.
It's this guy, Sans, right here.
Oh damn! Here we go. All right, so we're gonna get some details about how all of this came about and what the outcome is gonna look like. What are we saying to the people? Because what I heard was there is no repercussion for CGC, and there's no accountability. We can't do a petition. We can't hold them accountable. What are we saying? What are we saying?
I think that if more bad news comes out, they're not going to be able to recover from it. So that's my personal opinion.
I didn't want to say this without Kyle because I didn't know how much he wanted to
Yeah.
talk about. But when we talked about it, what I wanted to say was the only way to bring CGC to account is to escalate the scandal.
Mm. I like
Just
that.
wait. I would like to produce the film when it's all done.
And I would like to be a silent partner that pays nothing for it, but
Kind of
gets
like you do with the show.
royalties. Yes, you said it.
And I will talk it up and then not show up when it's actually released.
All right. So on the 7th, our next show, ladies and gents, please spread the word. We're a great quartet that will be bringing you hit material. Will we have the Comic Pals coming through?
We are tentative. It might be the week or the show after that. is more realistic. So not this upcoming week, but in a month from today, we
So the
should have the comic
21st.
battles.
That's all right. We don't deserve to have guests yet. We can't even show up for our own show. So
Well, we
Oh,
were supposed
Nola,
to have
I
a
am
guest every
so
other
happy to
show.
have you here, Nola. God, I just could
I
sit
will
back and
say,
eat my
I will
popcorn.
say that I have appeared in every episode of the show, whether it's for 20 minutes or 2 hours.
Well, one thing we do want to say is that this is also the month of return of blank cover battles, ladies and gents. And one thing that you need to be prepared for is an epic effing battle next Wednesday night. Yes, next Wednesday on the 31st. Blank cover battles returns, and it will host 2 new artists, and we get a return of Trish Forstner to the stage to talk about her new stuff, including Feral, which she has going on. So we're gonna have some fun next Wednesday night, and it's going to be epic, ladies and gents. So tune in. We got more content coming your way. Auction Friday night, auction Sunday night, blank cover battles next Wednesday. Kyle has goat cheese.
I'm
Matt,
gonna eat the rest of this cheese
Matt
in my
has toe
tube
cheese.
until the show ends. I'm going to drown my sorrows in cheese.
There you go. And look at this cute little pup right here. From all of us to all of you, Matt, Kyle, Nola, it's been a blast. Episode 1, my friends. Let's take us out of here. Matt, you gonna press that button, Matt? Press the
Oh, you